Something is already inside the caterpillar. It has been there for 11 days. The caterpillar does not know this. It continues to feed, to move, to breathe, completely unaware that it is no longer alone inside its own body. From the outside, it looks like any other creature on this ancient forest floor. Green, slow, unremarkable. A small life going about its small business beneath a canopy that has stood for 40 million years. But something is eating it alive from within, and the creature responsible is so small you could lose it on the head of a pin. This is the Amazon rainforest, the most biologically complex place on the surface of this planet. More species live in a single hectare of this forest than in the entire continent of Europe. And in this world, the most sophisticated predators are not the ones with the largest teeth. They are the ones you never see coming, the parasitoid wasp. A hunter that does not chase its prey, it simply plants itself inside it, and then it waits. The Amazon River basin stretches across 9 countries and nearly 7 million square kilometers. It holds 1/10 of all the fresh water on Earth. And within its borders, it shelters an estimated 10% of all species alive on this planet today. But the forest does not reveal itself easily to the casual eye. This is a wall of green, a curtain of leaves and shadow and sound, a place of overwhelming, undifferentiated life. Listen carefully, though, and the green begins to separate into voices, the low percussion of a distant howler monkey rolling across the canopy like thunder, the thin, electric whine of insects in the mid-story, the drip and rush of water working its way down through 7 layers of vegetation to reach the dark soil below. This forest is not a backdrop. It is a machine, an engine of biological interaction so dense, so layered, so ancient in its logic that scientists who have spent entire careers here will tell you the same thing. With a kind of reverence that never quite fades, we are still only beginning to understand it. The floor of the Amazon is not silent. It is the most contested real estate on Earth. Every centimeter of bark, every fallen leaf, every gram of decomposing wood is an arena, and the rules of that arena are written not in size or speed, but in chemistry, timing, and extraordinary evolutionary patience. Here, among the roots of a cecropia tree, something moves at a frequency almost beneath human perception, a parasitoid wasp. She is 4 millimeters long. The amber light catches her wings as she pauses on the underside of a broad leaf. She does not fly in straight lines. She moves in careful arcs, hovering, pausing, tilting her body at precise angles to the air. She is not searching for food for herself. She ate this morning a brief sip of flower nectar, a small act of survival. So routine it barely registers. What she is searching for now is something far more consequential. She is searching for a host. The parasitoid wasps of the Amazon belong to a group so vast, so diverse, and so ecologically dominant that it reshapes everything we thought we knew about predation itself. Scientists estimate there may be over 600,000 species of parasitoid wasps on this planet, more than the total number of vertebrate species combined, yet most of them remain entirely unnamed. This one belongs to the family Braconidae. The braconid wasps, a lineage so ancient its origins reach back more than 150 million years, to a time when the ancestors of today's flowering plants were only just beginning to emerge. She has been hunting for 2 hours. The forest around her is alive with chemical signals, invisible rivers of scent and volatile compound that carry information across distances the human nose cannot begin to interpret. A leaf damaged by caterpillar feeding releases a specific cocktail of volatile organic compounds, a distress signal so precise, so targeted, that this wasp can detect it from 30 meters away. She turns. She descends. Below her, on the surface of a broad heliconia leaf, a sphinx moth caterpillar moves with the slow confidence of a creature that believes it is invisible. It is not. What happens next belongs not to the realm of horror, but to the realm of pure evolutionary logic. 40 million years of selection pressure have produced in this 4-millimeter wasp a system of such breathtaking precision that it challenges every assumption we carry about what a predator is allowed to be. She lands on the caterpillar's surface. The caterpillar flinches, twists, tries to dislodge her with a rapid body roll. She halts at the base of her abdomen. An organ called the ovipositor extends in some parasitoid wasp species. This structure is longer than the wasp's entire body, capable of drilling through bark, through wood, through layers of living tissue, to reach a host concealed deep inside a plant stem. In this species, it is short, precise, a surgical instrument evolved over millions of generations. She inserts it into the caterpillar's body cavity. The entire process takes less than 3 seconds. Inside that cavity, she has deposited between 20 and 40 eggs. But the eggs are not the most remarkable part of the story. Alongside the egg, she has injected something else, a cocktail of molecules so sophisticated that it has taken decades of molecular biology just to begin to decode it. Polydnaviruses. These are not viruses in the way we normally understand the word. They do not seek to destroy the host cell. They seek to manipulate it, integrated into the wasp's own genome over millions of years of coevolution. These viral particles act as a biological override system. They suppress the caterpillar's immune response, preventing it from recognizing the eggs as foreign bodies, preventing it from mounting the cellular defenses that would otherwise encapsulate and kill every single one of them. The caterpillar continues to eat. It does not know it has been colonized. Inside its body, the eggs develop. The larvae that hatch are careful in a way that seems almost deliberate. They do not attack the vital organs. They avoid the heart, the main nerve cord, the digestive system. They feed on hemolymph, the insect equivalent of blood, on fat bodies, on non-essential tissue, consuming just enough to grow. Without triggering catastrophic system failure, the host must remain alive, because a dead caterpillar cannot feed them. For 10 to 14 days, the caterpillar lives this strange double life. Outwardly, caterpillar going about its caterpillar business. Inwardly, a living nursery, a slow feast, a body being consumed from within at a rate precisely calibrated to keep it functional. The science here stops the breath. Some species of parasitoid wasp go further still. They don't merely suppress the host's immune system. They alter its behavior. The jewel wasp of the tropics, a relative of this Amazon species, injects venom with such neurological precision that it temporarily paralyzes its cockroach host, then delivers a second injection into a specific region of the brain, the escape reflex center, rendering the cockroach docile, compliant. Incapable of fleeing, the wasp then leads it by the antenna, like a dog on a leash, into a burrow, and seals it inside alive. The cockroach sits and waits, calm, unresisting, while the wasp's larva eats it from the inside. Not all parasitoid strategies are this dramatic. Some species are what scientists call hyperparasitoids. They parasitous other parasitoid wasps. The host is itself a parasite inside another insect. And occasionally, a third species will parasitous the hyperparasitoid, layer upon layer upon layer of predation, nested inside a single living body, a Russian doll of biological exploitation. So intricate it reads like a philosophical argument. Charles Darwin himself was disturbed by it. In a letter written in 1860, he confessed that the existence of the parasitoid wasp made it impossible for him to view the natural world as the product of a benevolent designer. I cannot persuade myself, he wrote, that a beneficent and omnipotent God would have designedly created the ichneumonidae with the express intention of their feeding within the living bodies of caterpillars. Darwin was troubled by the wasp's logic, but the logic did not require his approval to persist. It had been working perfectly for over 150 million years. Now, on the 14th day, something changes in the caterpillar. Its feeding slows, its movements become erratic. It climbs without apparent purpose, higher on the plant stem, moving toward the light. It does not know why it is climbing, but it climbs. This is not the caterpillar's choice. Researchers studying this behavior have identified specific parasitoid species whose larvae manipulate the host's nervous system in the final stage of development, driving it to higher, more exposed positions away from the soil predators that might disrupt what comes next. The caterpillar has been directed here, to this leaf, to this height, by the creatures inside it. And now they emerge. The caterpillar has stopped moving entirely. It clings to the underside of the leaf, its grip reflexive, its life now reduced to a single biological function, a living scaffold, the larvae. Now fully grown inside their host, begin the final phase. They chew their way through the caterpillar's skin. Dozens of them, pushing through the cuticle in a wave that ripples across the surface of the host body. Each larva emerges and immediately, with urgent precision, begins to spin silk, pale gold in the filtered forest light. Within hours, the underside of the leaf is covered in a dense cluster of tiny cocoons, each one containing a larva in the final transition from eating machine to winged adult. And at the center of the cluster, the caterpillar, it is still alive. This too is not accident. Studies have shown that in at least some braconid wasp species, a small number of larvae remain inside the host even after the others have emerged. They do not cocoon themselves. They guard if a parasitoid fly or a predatory beetle or another wasp approaches the cocoon cluster. The caterpillar convulses. It thrashes violently, whipping its body back and forth in precise defensive movements that scientists have documented as anomalous. Entirely unlike anything the caterpillar would do naturally, it is being operated. The remaining larvae inside respond to chemical or mechanical cues from outside the body and trigger muscular contractions through residual neurological connections. The caterpillar has become, in the most precise biological sense, a drone. The predators approach. The caterpillar convulses. They retreat. The cocoons are safe. For 3 days, it maintains this vigil, 3 days of thrashing and defending and holding its grip on the leaf. And then it stops. Its body stills. Finally, irreversibly, the last function has been served. Inside the golden cocoons, the adult wasps are completing their metamorphosis, wings, antennae, the extraordinary precision-built apparatus of the ovipositor, all assembling in the dark. On the 4th morning, the first cocoon splits. A wasp emerges, barely 4 millimeters of iridescent amber and black, and sits for a moment in the forest light. Wings drying, body hardening, legs testing the surface of a leaf, then another, then 6 more. Within 2 hours, 34 adult wasps have emerged from the cluster on this single leaf. They disperse into the forest individually, without coordination, without communication, each carrying inside its genome the instructions that will set the whole extraordinary sequence in motion again. Each one, already beginning to search. The Amazon does not waste anything. Not a molecule of energy, not a gram of tissue, not a single second of a creature's lifespan. The caterpillar that was consumed was not wasted. It was converted with ruthless efficiency into 34 new hunters. And somewhere below, on the forest floor, 2 more caterpillars are feeding on a heliconia leaf. Unaware, the forest is watching them. Pull back slowly. The leaf with its empty cocoon cases recedes into the canopy. The light shifts to gold. The river catches the last hour of afternoon sun and turns it into something ancient and unhurried. Somewhere in the middle stories of this forest, a wasp barely larger than an eyelash is making its careful arcs through the humid air. It is 4 millimeters long. It has no name that most people would recognize. And it has been doing this in some form for 150 million years, before the first flower bloomed in this forest, before the river carved its current path to the sea, before the ancestors of every bird now singing in this canopy took their first breath. This wasp was already here, already hunting, already threading its eggs into the living bodies of its hosts with a precision that no human technology has yet matched. Scientists estimate that parasitoid wasps suppress the populations of hundreds of thousands of insect species across the Amazon. Without them, caterpillar populations would explode, defoliating entire sections of forest. The trees that hold this ecosystem together, that anchor its soil and regulate its rainfall and produce a third of the oxygen in every breath drawn in South America, depend in part on a wasp that most people will never see. The Amazon is not merely a place of beauty. It is a place of logic. Ancient, indifferent, endlessly inventive logic. Every creature here exists in relationship to every other, locked in negotiations that began before our species took its first upright step. We are not observers of this system. We are new arrivals to it. Approximately 30% of the Amazon basin has been deforested in the last 50 years. Not just the trees, but the relationships. Every hectare lost takes with it thousands of species, thousands of interactions, thousands of evolutionary conversations that took millions of years to develop. Most of them unnamed, undescribed, undiscovered. The wasp on this leaf has no conservation status, no international protection, no public campaign in its name, but it is holding something together that we cannot replace. The forest at dusk now, the light going amber, then copper, then the deep rose of a sky cooling toward night, the river braids of light slowly fading. A single wasp crosses the last shaft of sunlight and disappears into the shadow of the canopy. The Amazon closes over it, and the ancient work continues